exactly know. In the morning, I'm like 10, 12 hours, something like that, into a massive fucking migraine. This is as bright as the lighting is going to get. And it's too bright, to be honest. I don't give a fuck about the quality of this video. I just wanted to be able to put it together while it was fresh on my mind, and the discourse was still fresh in the timeline. And then after I make this video, I'm going to take a copious amount of painkillers, turn off all the fucking lights, put this thing on my face, and go into total darkness and let it massage the pain away. Yes. 1 second. Sorry, my head is fucking pounding, y'all. And so I'm gonna sound angry, I'm gonna sound agitated, and I am a little bit. Because I've been shouting this shit from the rooftops for years. And about 80% of the doms that I know don't listen. Like, not even to me. Other sex workers on Twitter have been saying this for years. So I do get frustrated because I see how hard y'all are working and how much work you put into your profiles, into your posts, into cultivating your presence here. And then it just gets zapped into the void and you get banned and suspended for something as simple as not following the rules. Okay? I know some of y'all are now also getting flagged as spam. This video isn't specifically about that, but I will say real quickly that yes, Muskrat, whatever the fuck you want to call the douchebag, he recently went in again and changed the terms of services for X in regards to spam specifically, like in the last, I think 8 to 12 months. So go give those a refresher and read over them. Seriously. That the best thing that you can do is to make sure that you're following the terms of service. At least on this platform where you want to stick around for a while, and they do allow not safe for work content. Right? Now the reason they allow it when other social media platforms don't is because there's a separator. You have safe for work vanilla Twitter, and you have not safe for work sex worker Twitter. It's been like that since the dawn of Twitter, and when Muskett took over, he did not actually change that. He did make things harder for not safe for work / sex worker Twitter. And he continues to make it harder by changing the rules every year or so. But he didn't actually take away the divider of the two parts of the platform. Now, what divides us is a setting in our profile that turns on sensitive content. This is what it looks like in the X app. Hit settings and support, settings and privacy, privacy and safety, your posts. And then it's blue because I turned mine on. Mark media you post as containing sensitive content. You have to do this. You have to go and purposely mark it, turn it on, claiming out loud and proud, I am posting sensitive content that is not meant to be pushed into the algorithms for safe for work vanilla Twitter. If you do not purposely turn that setting on, then your posts are going to be pushed out into the other algorithm, and other people are going to see it. And I don't just mean minors, because I know there's a lot of discourse on whether or not minors should even be on the internet, and if they are, who is responsible for their well-being. But it isn't even just about the minors, okay? There are adults on vanilla Twitter that did not consent to seeing our content. That's why they're on vanilla Twitter instead of on our Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, they aren't consenting to see our content. And when your stuff gets pushed out into their algorithms, they're complaining. They're flagged. They're reporting it. They're going, why the fuck is this on my feed? I didn't ask to see this. And so it's being reported by them. And then, the mods, the admins, the bots, whoever is out there controlling the Twitter algorithms are realizing, okay, X amount of people have flagged this as sensitive content on vanilla Twitter. We need to mark it as sensitive content forcibly and then shadow ban the person who's posting it while we investigate their profile and figure out what they're posting. Is it sensitive? And if it is, why is it popping up on vanilla Twitter? Okay. When you turn that on yourselves, you are protecting yourselves. You're not purposely shadow banning yourselves. I know that's what a lot of you are worried about. I am getting a lot of DMs saying, Althea, if we are being flagged for sensitive content, we're being shadow banned. Why would we purposely flag ourselves as sensitive content? Because that's what keeps you on the appropriate side of Twitter. That's what keeps you from being flagged as sensitive content that's not on the appropriate side of Twitter. And that's what keeps you from getting shadow banned. That's what keeps you from then getting permanently banned or suspended, which is now what's happening. Because those of you that have been shadow banned for a while, because you got flagged as sensitive content, the whole time you've been shadow banned, you're being fucking investigated by X, by Twitter, by Muskrat, to find out why your content is being pushed out there. And they'll realize you didn't turn on your settings to flag your own content as sensitive content, so you are in violation of X's terms of service, and they suspend you. Sometimes you'll be given the chance to appeal. Sometimes you might win the appeal and then promise to turn on your sensitive content. They might let you in, but they don't have to. They can just your whole profile and you'll have to start over. I've been on this platform, this profile right here, okay, y'all. It's 11 years old, I think. I think I just hit 11 years. Okay, and this wasn't my first profile. It took me a couple of tries to figure out how to make Twitter work for me. And I was shadow banned for a large number of years. But during that shadow ban and during that investigation, nothing was found. I wasn't actually violating any of the terms of services. When Musk took over, I was permanently shadow banned up until probably the last, 4 or 5 months from the time that Musk took over, which has been years, right? And it's because I was following the rules. I had a few people that didn't like me that mass reported some of my shit, and it got me flagged and shadow banned. And then I was investigated for 3-4 years straight. And they realized, okay, this person has been actively following the rules of Twitter for the decade that they've fucking been here. And now they leave me alone for the most part. I know that I sometimes sound like a fucking know-it-all, and I sound like I'm pushing myself on y'all to do things the way that I do. But it's not. I don't give a fuck how y'all dominate. I don't give a fuck the kind of content that you're making. But when it comes to things like staying safe on the internet, following the rules, trying to figure out how to make platforms work for you, I've been doing this for 18 years plus total. And 11 of those years have been with this exact same profile on Twitter. I do kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to the strategy and the logistics of how this shit works online. And so I do get a little bit frustrated when I see y'all suffering the consequences of the things that I've been preaching about and annoying y'all about for a really long time. So please, just protect yourselves. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are amazing. And you're doing wonderful, sweeties. I know that sounds like a condescending joke, but I genuinely, unironically mean it, and that makes it funny. And I just want to see every single one of you thrive. So yeah, follow the rules. When you sign up for a platform, make sure you actually read the terms of service diligently. Make sure you reread them, I don't know, every 6 months or so, just to make sure they haven't sneakily snuck some changes in there and didn't tell anyone about. That's what I do. And know the risks. You gotta know the risks if you're gonna be using certain platforms where they don't allow us at all, the way that X does. I mean, X sucks. It on so many levels, right? And the people that own it suck on so many levels. But they really are, aside from Reddit and Discord, the only places that are social medias that really do have a separation that allow us a space, right? I mean, even TikTok has an 18 and up audience thing, but it doesn't fucking matter. They don't let you post anything that's really 18 and up, in my opinion. And we all know how much Meta sucks ass for that shit, and then they took away fucking not safe for work Tumblr after Sesta and Fosta, and shit is hard. It's gonna be hard, so don't make it harder for yourselves by A, not following the basic rules, and B, not listening to some of us veterans when we genuinely are just trying to protect y'all. I know that might sound arrogant or egotistical. It doesn't even have to be me. You don't even have to listen to this veteran, right? There are hundreds of other veterans that I see on my timeline saying the same fucking shit. Just listen to one of us, maybe, just once, and see how it goes for you. I have a headache. I'm gonna finish smoking my bowl and put my fucking face massager thingy. This thing is heaven. This thing is heaven. Best TikTok purchase I've ever made. If you have migraines, get you one of these. I'm going back to sleep. My head is pounding. I love y'all. If anybody has any fucking questions about any of this shit, don't hesitate to ask me, either in my comments or even in a private message, and I will get back to you when I am a functioning humanoid once again. Okay? Love y'all.